Well, you've likely heard of a popular restaurant movement called Farm to Table, where restaurants source their ingredients straight from local farmers. That concept is behind a new trend that involves not what's on your plate, but what's in your centerpiece. Local flower farms are booming across Minnesota and Wisconsin. Belle and I set out to find out why, and what we found, well, take a look. After our long, brutal winter, we all deserve a moment to just drink this in. These rows upon rows of flowers are growing on farmland near Hudson, Wisconsin. The flower farm Northerly Flora started leasing this land 4 years ago after demand for their product outgrew their city lot.
Yeah, this is how it started.
Molly Gackel started Northerly Flora on this lot in the Longfellow neighborhood 7 years ago.
It is amazing. Like in this plot, we have currently 15,000 tulips planted.
When Belinda and I stopped by in April, planting had just begun.
These guys are planting beds right now that are going to produce all season long. We can grow a lot of flowers here.
Northerly Flora is just one of many flower farms to pop up in the last decade as part of a larger trend taking root across the country called the slow flower movement. Much like the slow food movement that emphasizes eating local, sustainable food, the slow flower movement encourages people to buy flowers grown organically by local farmers rather than flowers imported from other countries grown using chemicals and pesticides. The difference between the two, Molly says, is like the difference between an imported tomato that is perfectly round but doesn't have much taste and a juicy, locally grown heirloom.
We are able to grow really delicate, really interesting, like flowers that have like organic curves and like have just like a lot more connection to the place that we're in. And there's like a huge demand for that. And I think it's more beautiful and more interesting than like these very straight, uniform bunches of imported flowers.
Many of us don't realize what we're missing because the U.S. market is flooded with imported flowers. In 1991, Congress eliminated tariffs on cut flowers from several South American countries, putting many U.S. flower farms out of business. Today, nearly 80% of the cut flowers sold here are imported, which means we are mostly buying only those varieties that ship well and have been bred to fit into boxes.
I can say without a doubt our local flowers last so much longer.
Susan Rockwood and her husband are in their 9th growing season at Arcola Trail Farms in Stillwater.
I can harvest the day before, you can have them the next day, and they often last a week or two. So they're fresher.
They sell their bouquets to a local co-op and also offer a weekly flower subscription out of their barn. But she added the option of every other week as well because the flowers were just lasting so long. Flower farmers sell to wholesalers, designers, and farmers markets as well, and of course, to brides.
That one looks good. Yeah.
Weddings are the focus of the mother-daughter duo in Amory, Wisconsin, behind One Wildflower Farm.
It's been interesting to us, like, to see how many different flower farms there are around here because we're relatively new. But everyone just has their own niche with it too.
When Erica and Natalie started designing flowers for weddings, they mostly used imported flowers. But during COVID, they decided to plant their own.
It was nothing, and then 3 weddings, and then the next year was 15. And so there's just something, that ingredient of using local grown flowers, our own flowers, just like skyrocketed it. It was
It's amazing to us too.
As this year's crop gets ready to bloom, all the farmers we talk to anticipate another busy year, confident that as more people discover the beauty of local flowers, the more demand there will be.
I would just encourage people to pay attention to what they're buying. Know where your flowers come from, how they're grown, and see if that doesn't make a difference. I think it will.
And a couple quick tips to make sure your fresh cut flowers last even longer. Strip off the lower leaves so the leaves aren't in the water. That will help prevent rot. Change the water daily and recut the stems every couple of days. And keep your bouquet out of direct sunlight. You can use flower food if you want. Those at the Horticultural Society say it can extend flower life a day or two. but it's not necessary. And if you'd like to find out more about the local flower farms near you, we have a link to the Association of Specialty Cut Flower Growers at KARE11.com with this story. Just type in your zip code and a list of those farms will appear.
Fantastic.
Really cool.
It's just like a
Very
moment of
nice.
zen too, to
Yes.
go to those places, just gorgeous.
Really unique, and what they make is really quite different than what you can just grab at the
Stunning.
grocery store. And at the bottom of that story, we actually linked a whole bunch of farms around the state, and it was eye-opening to me too. It's pretty remarkable that it's 80% coming from a different continent. You know, so good news all around. Really a neat story.